have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in... Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA payday.
Kevin, thanks for...
Now they're getting closer. Thanks, DA. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Weissman. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point guard. The pass to Curry. Lets the 3 fly. And the 3 ball is good. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. And Paul gets it to go in.
I mean, for a player who only stands 6 feet tall, Paul is a pretty good finisher inside.
It's Curry outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And looking at Curry's stats, one thing that jumps out, and it may be a little surprising, for the last 3 seasons, he's averaged over 5 rebounds a game.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Wiggins. Bridges with the board. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Ayton, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Pass to Wiggins. Now Weissman. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game. That one is off. So for the Suns, Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Golden State also making some changes. Toscano's checked in, and Kelly Oubre subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. And he sinks the second. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Payne looking around. Bazemore against Booker. And it goes down 2 points.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Bazemore. And the Warriors miss again. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns ahead, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like, we may lose a game here or there.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Kelly Oubre. Kent Bazemore is out there with Looney. And it's Poole in at the guard position. Pass to Looney. Here's Poole, defended by Booker. Poole, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. 56 seconds left in the second quarter. The pass to Payne. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Some changes for Phoenix. Crowder, he's checked in for Johnson. Torrey Craig comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Here's Paul. Here's Sharch. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, shots don't get any higher percentage than this. Looney is solid at getting good positioning and finishing.
Booker inside. He's covered by Thompson.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Lee bounce pass. Fader on the way. Misses off the right iron.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1 point. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Curry. He gets that one. Curry's got the first field goal of the second half for the Warriors. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Johnson comes in for Crowder, and it's Payne in for Devin Booker. The Warriors also with a sub. Oubre is checked in for Thompson. The Warriors leading. Green, the pass to Curry. In the corner, it's Oubre. Wiggins outside. Sinks the 15-footer.
And with that mid-range jumper, Wiggins has the lift to shoot over almost anyone.
Paul looking over the floor. Payne gets a wide-open look. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Now Oubre. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
No surprise to see the game's best shooter sink a 3 like that. Anything you can do, Curry can do better.
Paul against Curry. Oh, Ayton in position.
My goodness. Save that. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Curry against Paul. And here is Curry. 11 points in the game. Shoots. And another basket for Golden State.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Warriors on top, leading by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Wiseman. And it's Toscano in at the 4 spot. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Good D by Thompson.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Booker with it. Picked up by Thompson. Crowder kicks to Bridges. To the middle. And the dunk by Booker.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the kick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Wiseman. Good.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
And the Suns call time here. They trail by 3. 52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, it's completely absent, right? I mean, when the effort is this poor, you kind of deserve to get scored on.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile 1 block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And what you admire about Curry is how easily the game comes to him. But he's earned that. He works so hard, he can play with such a carefree attitude. Forget about the pressure. He was perfect. No choice but to look for the 3.
Timeout called, the Suns. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a 5.
Yeah, they have a little time to work with. The most important thing is to make whatever you take.
Goes up off the inbound. Here's Ayton. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Aiden, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game. 11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. For three, Booker, count it! A tremendous three to tie it up.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Timeout called the Warriors. Six seconds left in the fourth. The shot. It's off. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And it's the Warriors to start out. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the one spot. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Johnson, the pass to Paul. It's good!
Timeout, timeout. Unreal. I mean, just think about it. Paul's been doing this for years, making huge shots.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Curry. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. That free throw good from Thompson.
Well, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Curry against Paul. Pass to Wiseman. Ooh, offline. Green, no luck. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And the Suns call time. They're in front by 1. 6 seconds left in the first overtime. So they foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
He's going to finish his career way up there on the all-time steal list. That's one thing I know about CP3.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a three-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one.